Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share with you part 2 of 3 of my new travel vlog series, which features my trip to Malaysia and Singapore. In part 1 of my vlog, I was leaving Johor Bahru, Malaysia and headed down the causeway to Singapore. A drive that would normally take no more than 15 minutes actually took about an hour with the amount of cars lined up to cross the border. Apparently mornings and evenings are high traffic times on the causeway. All I had to say was thank goodness for the air conditioning. We finally passed through the border and made it into Singapore. The first thing I did notice that it was so green, lush, and extremely clean. We were going to be traveling from the woodlands all the way to the downtown core. We checked into our hotel, which was the Pan Pacific Service Suites on Beach Road. If you ever plan on staying in Singapore, I highly recommend this hotel, as the staff will go above and beyond to assist you. The views in the rooms are absolutely stunning. The infinity pool is breathtaking, and of course the food is amazing. So what do you do when you get to Singapore? Let's start with sightseeing. First, it was off to Singapore National Orchid Garden. We got hit with a bit of a torrential downpour, but soon after that was done, we got to tour the gardens, and it was breathtakingly beautiful. I had no idea there were so many variations of orchids, all the colors and shapes and sizes. If you love orchids, this is definitely the place for you. Next, it was our time for our date with the Singapore Flyer, which has outstanding views of the city. Now, if you're terrified of heights, I probably wouldn't recommend this, but if you aren't, get your ticket because you will get some amazing pictures. We were lucky enough to get a pod that wasn't crowded, so we got some really great shots. We grabbed a cool teo and headed to the Gardens by the Bay, which was all built on reclaimed land. We checked out 2 cooled conservatories. First up was the Flower Dome, which features plants from around the different continents. Yep, that's called a brain cactus. Then it was the Cloud Forest, which replicates the cool and moist conditions found in a tropical mountain region of up to 10,000 feet. Let's be clear, my hair did not stand a chance in there. Out of all the sites at the Gardens by the Bay, the one site that left me speechless was the Super Tree Grove. It's a vertical garden that stands on these structures that are nearly 200 feet tall. When we arrived there, I felt like I wasn't even on planet Earth anymore. I had never seen anything so futuristic, and it was just simply breathtaking. The walkway across these structures were impressive, and of course we just got there in time for the light show. If you ever visit Singapore and you're strapped for time, make sure to visit the Super Tree Grove. I promise you, you will not regret it. Of course, a visit to Singapore wouldn't be complete without visiting some of the most beautiful temples. We found ourselves in Chinatown and decided to visit the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. It is required to cover your arms and legs, especially if you're wearing t-shirt and shorts. The temple provided blankets to cover yourself with. I just took my time throughout the temple, taking in all the sights and sounds, and the singing was truly spiritual. I felt really enlightened after that experience. Also visited Sri Sangapa Vinayagar Hindu Temple on Ceylon Road and Sri Sivan Temple on Galen East Avenue. All these sites were steeped with years of tradition and spirituality. I was hopping in and out of grab cars, which are similar to Uber, but while in Singapore, the best way to travel is the MRT. Their mass rapid transit system is incredibly clean, efficient, and a breeze to use. I just kept looking at how clean the floors were. I wonder if the 5-second rule counts here. So Singaporeans are known for shopping. Shopping is a hobby, and the amount of places to shop, well, I don't even know where to begin. There are so many shopping centers and options to choose from that it just gets so overwhelming at times. I mean, I went into countless stores from clothing, shoes, beauty, accessories, and trinkets. I mean, I don't even like trinkets, but I just got mesmerized by the plethora of options. My advice to you, if you want to shop in Singapore, go in with an idea of what you want, or else you may come back empty-handed, or worse, with too many bags that you will not be able to fit into your suitcase. Not gonna lie, speaking from experience here. I had to visit the Mustafa Center, which apparently has everything. And when I mean everything, it really is everything and anything. I was beyond overwhelmed with the amount of products available for purchase that I didn't even leave the shopping center with a bag. I didn't end up buying anything because I couldn't really make a decision. Go figure. Then we went to Siloam Square, which is the hub for finding anything and everything electronic. Again, I felt overwhelmed with so many options to choose from, but I managed to pick up a few little things. Little India in Singapore is the best kept secret. It can be found on Serangoon Road, and you will find some of the most beautiful jewelry and gems on the street. I spent a lot of time on Serangoon Road visiting a lot of the different stores, but I did find one in particular that I loved the most. Okay, so on to the food. Singapore is the place to get your food on. There are so many options to choose from, which are never ending, by the way. Some of the items that I had were chicken rice, roti, make your own soup bowls, cake, lump rice. Like I said, the options were endless. This is Newton's Hawker Center, and as you can see, it's quite busy. I really didn't know what I felt like eating that night, so I just had to walk around, but the further along I walked, the longer it took for me to make a decision. I ended up getting some chicken sautés with peanut sauce, and it was oh so good. Oh, and let me introduce you to curry chicken noodle. I was in Bugis Junction when I discovered this dish, and it is incredible. You get your curry soup with noodles, some potatoes, some chicken, and eggs. It is so delicious. Of course, the natural thing to do after eating a bowl of curry noodles is to have mochi ice cream, matcha flavored, of course. Our last night in Singapore, we decided to do the ultimate touristy thing and visit the famous Long Bar at Raffles Hotel, which is known to be one of the oldest and most expensive hotels in the city. We ordered a traditional Singapore sling, and it was tasty. Then we headed for more fun at Clarke Quay, right on the water where you will find some of the best restaurants and clubs. As the night came winding down, I had to head up to our hotel Infinity Pool one more time to take in that view. The next morning was bittersweet, as it was time to pack our bags and try and fit all my purchases into my suitcase, which I knew was going to be a challenge, and to also reflect on my time here in Singapore. I was grabbing a flight to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia with AirAsia, and this would be the final leg of our trip. Stay tuned for the final part 3 of this travel vlog where I fly into KL. If you guys like this video, please be sure to subscribe to it and give it a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time!